I gotta tell you guys, I'm really scared of engine bays. Are you scared of detailing your engine bay? This one's dirty. We're gonna make it clean. And I've got Ivan to ask all the questions you want to know. A 10-year-old car, an engine bay that's never been detailed, and a lot of fear.
Hi, I'm Ivan.
I'm Nick.
Nick has always been afraid of cleaning engines. We've done engines before on the channel and we've always been sort of hesitant.
It's just one of these where if I mess something up, the car doesn't run.
Right.
If I mess something up, maybe we need to repaint on the outside. On the inside, it just sounds like a very expensive whoopsie waiting to happen. And that's where you come in, Ivan LaCroix.
Now, being from a big shop background where we did dealer cars, we did individuals, every dealer car that's ever been through a dealership recon department gets the engine cleaned. So if you bought a used car, your engine has been cleaned before. It's nothing to stress about.
Well, what do I need to know before I start cleaning an engine then?
Well, first thing we need to do is get rid of the leaves and all the stuff that's in here. Again, 10-year-old car, the owner bought it new. He guaranteed to us it's never been cleaned.
With the DIY Detail Gold Standard polishing system on brand, is that the gold standard leaf blower?
No, it's just a leaf blower. You could use compressed air as well, just something to get all of these leaves off. You could vacuum it up as well. Now that the leaves are all gone, time to put a bit of all clean. Obviously, this hood has been opened when it was raining. That's why we see these drops here. We will get it all covered in all clean. Now, when I do an engine bay, I like to do it from 3 sides. That way, I'm getting everywhere. If you're just standing at the front of the vehicle, you're not gonna get into every nook and cranny. This way, I am. So now I've got everything from this side, but when you're looking from that side, you can see everything that I missed. Now in here, I have all clean diluted 15 to 1 and a bit of incredible suds. So now I'm getting everything that I can see from the front of the vehicle. Now I'm gonna get from the passenger side.
Ivan, I've got some questions here.
Yeah.
First of all, why didn't we cover up anything? Like, is there anything to be worried about on an engine bay?
There's nothing to be worried about here because we're not going to be going in here with very nasty chemicals. All Clean is a safe APC, so it's not going to damage anything. Some degreasers on the market will actually damage plastics. They'll corrode the aluminum parts. That's not an issue. The other thing is, we're not getting in here with high pressure. We are going to be using a pressure washer, but with a nozzle that dumbs it down a little bit. We're not putting a lot of pressure. That lack of pressure, again, this is designed to get wet. We saw, there was water residue everywhere. As you're driving down the road, you have this big hole here. On a wet day, on a rainy day, water is getting in here, going through the radiator, hitting the fan, and being spread everywhere in here. If you want to do an experiment, the next day you're driving through pouring rain, stop, open the hood, you'll see everything is wet. It's normal. It's designed to get wet.
So it's designed to get wet. We don't have to cover anything up. When would I need to take a plastic bag and wrap something up if I'm doing an engine bay?
If you have an aftermarket air cleaner, that's something you want to do. If you have an older vehicle with still a distributor and plug wires, maybe pull the plug wires, cover the distributor. That's
older vehicle, like what year?
I'm talking 80s and older.
Okay. And then with all clean, what if I diluted it stronger than we recommend? We recommend 15 parts water, 1 part solution, right? So 15 ounces of water to 1 ounce of all clean. That's what you get in our 16-ounce bottle ready to use. But when we sell it in the concentrate, Ivan, people might do what they're gonna do, right? Maybe they think more is better. What's your best advice for dilution ratio of all clean? Maybe they wanna get more cleaning power inside their engine bay.
Follow the instructions. You're not going to get more cleaning power by using more all clean. It's a myth. It's designed to work at 15 to 1. It's not designed to work at 10 to 1. It's not designed to work at 5 to 1, nor is it designed to work on something like this at 30 to 1. On interiors though, you want to go either 30 to 1 or 60 to 1.
So use all clean the way it's designed. It will save you a lot of money. You get 16 gallons worth of product with 1 gallon of concentrate.
Yeah.
Product linked in the description below.
Now, we want this all clean to dwell even longer. The way of doing that is adding some soap on top. So again, we have Incredible Suds, 30 ounces of water, 1 ounce of Incredible Suds, or 970 milliliters to 30 milliliters.
So I can't get this wrong. I put All Clean on, cool engine bay,
Yep.
and then I put Incredible Suds, diluted 1 ounce of Incredible Suds in a 32 ounce foam cannon. Did I miss anything yet, Ivan?
No, so far so good.
Now you got the pressure washer here. Could I just use a garden hose and do this fine?
Yeah, you could use a garden hose. That's another way of doing it. And once I start rinsing this down, we'll let the suds subside a little bit. But once I start rinsing this down, you'll see what is coming out from underneath. There'll be a lot of dirt coming out of here. We'll be using a little nozzle on the pressure washer that I got off Amazon. It has multiple tips. It's got 65 degrees, 40, 25, 15. So we can rotate this around to do different operations. You even have a straight 0 and you've got a shower setting. But for our setting, we want either 40 or 65. If you don't have something like this, most pressure washers come with the 3 or 4 different nozzles. Use the white one, which is normally 40 degrees. When you have an engine that's never leaked oil, like this one, it's, still in good shape, it was just very dirty. That dirt is just a combination of dust and water. So it's going to rinse away nice and cleanly already. We may not need to brush it. We will brush it, but there's a good chance that we'll have a very clean engine bay as soon as we rinse this off. So I also rinsed from every direction. Just like we apply the All Clean, then the Incredible Suds from every direction, we rinse from every direction as well. That way we're sure we're getting everything. And if you look at this engine bay, it's clean now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think we're pretty much done.
Let me show you something.
Or are we?
Let's just dry off the engine cover here. So what we can see is we've cleaned off all that standing dirt. But there's still some areas, this is actually probably burnt from the heat, but there's still areas here that could use a little more cleaning, and that's where the brushing comes in.
So we've demonstrated that, Ivan, but we gotta do the foam rinse foam. So let's go back to the original foaming.
Yep.
Pretend like we didn't do that. We gotta lay the foam on first, then we do the thorough rinse, then we're gonna foam it again.
Yes.
Are these unnecessary steps? Are we going too far down the rabbit hole? Are we introducing too much moisture? These
No.
are questions that my mind asks.
Right, so we're not introducing too much moisture. Like I said, every time you drive through the rain, this is all getting wet. We're doing this with very low pressure. So what we're doing here is, again, adding more soap so we can start brushing to get these areas even cleaner. Because you do need a bit of a contact wash in these areas.
Well, the question is, Ivan, you've left the hood alone.
Right.
Is that an amateur move?
Yes and no. This one is already starting to degrade, and this is a very sensitive piece, like a headliner in a car almost. It's a piece of cardboard with foam and this flocking over top of it. Not something you necessarily want to get too wet. What I have done in the past for dealership details is this area, I will selectively with the pressure washer just rinse that and wipe this down with a damp towel.
Because if you're trying to sell this,
right,
a lot of people do an engine bay detail before they try to sell their car. I wonder how much this affects the visual eye, because I know a clean dressed engine bay is helpful when you're selling the car.
Right, but this is easy to do with a waterless wash or rinseless wash.
Do you need to clean an engine bay? Like, what's the point?
A lot of good points. First of all, you're wanting to sell the car. Like I said, every used car has had the engine bay cleaned. It's not a big deal. The other thing is for maintenance. As a mechanic, I like a clean engine. I don't want to get dirty just by changing a spark plug. In this one, changing the spark plugs might be a little more difficult. But anyways, there's some vehicles that, there's a bit of grease, there's a bit of grime there, there's 10 years worth of dust. Get that off. It's not going to damage your engine to clean it. It's actually going to make it healthier. And if you do spring a leak somewhere, you're going to be able to find where that leak is coming from. Foam it away, Nick. So 3 sides, keep it within the engine bay.
So try to hit Ivan from 3 different angles. It seems dangerous, Ivan. I know it's endorsed by you, but that seems almost irresponsible to get it this sudsy.
Nick, I've heard you say foaming is fun. Why don't you find this fun?
I'm just terrified I'm gonna have to owe like whatever this car is worth to repair. It just seems like I could really mess something up, Ivan.
Yeah. Now I'm using our waterless wash for the underside of the hood as a pre-treat.
Tell me more.
We'll get there, Nick.
Okay.
Be patient.
Now,
Now,
it's a nice smell in the air.
put the foam cannon down, pick up your brushes, and start brushing. I like to start with the bigger areas first. That way, I know where I need to go with the detail brush.
So you do big brush first, then tiny brush?
Yeah, because amazingly, the big brush gets into a lot of areas. I don't necessarily need to get in there with the small brush.
Anything I shouldn't be brushing?
Everything is open to brushing, Nick.
You know what's pretty cool is that you can find all these products on thehouseofrags.com. Use promo code Nick at Night. Save yourself 10%. Ivan, in the past we've like put a towel over a certain section or bagged a certain section of an engine. Again, I'm not a gearhead. So how do I know when to do that and when not to? I know I asked you that before, but what if I don't know what I'm looking at?
If everything is from the factory, you don't need to do anything. It's only if you have aftermarket parts. And your brush, soak it back in your bucket, get a lot of soap on it, Nick, and just do the contour of the hood. Now I've done the large brush, I'm going to go in to the areas where I couldn't get with the large brush and do those tighter, small areas. And this is where being methodical really helps, because you can work from one section to the next, working one part at a time. And we saw that the rinsing actually took a lot of the dirt off of here. So the brushing is almost optional in this case. If you maintain your engine on a regular basis, just foaming it and rinsing should be all you need.
As I watch you work, Ivan, all I can think of is, because I know you, this is not that big a deal.
It is
You're not stressed out.
There's no stress to be had here.
You're not overcomplicating this.
Engine bay cleaning is something that people that have no knowledge of mechanics, like yourself, stress out about. Mechanics are like, oh, thank you for cleaning the engine.
The way I think about it when I clean engine bays, which is only with you, is that if I can see it, I can clean it.
Right.
If I can't see it, I'm not stressed about it.
No, exactly. We're not going for a concourse level detail here. We're going for cleaning up the engine. If you've had a leak, you would find the leak, etc. There are some mechanics, and people have sent me links in our previous videos from mechanics saying, oh, never clean your engine. The reason they're saying that is because a lot of people, when they're cleaning an engine, they'll use a very, very strong degreaser. That causes damage to the plastics. That causes damage to all sorts of things, the wires, etc. That's why your mechanic might say, don't clean your engine bay. But when using safe products like this, it's not an issue.
What's the bedrock of the system? Is it the incredible suds? Is it the waterless wash? Is it DIY detail all clean?
It's a combination, but the all clean is definitely the one that's doing the heavy lifting here. And then the incredible suds is just providing lubrication. It's also cleaning very well, but at the same time, it's helping us to carry away the dirt.
So if you think you know detailing and you think you know chemicals, but you haven't tried DIY detail all clean, it's just try this product. It's a very safe but effective all-purpose cleaner.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, if I can have the pressure washer gun again, Nick, I can show you something else. We affectionately call this the Keeve nozzle, because our friend at the Cars with Keeve channel is the first one that showed this on the internet to people. So very gentle, but at the same time, I can be very precise with it. So basically, this is a no pressure wash. At this point, a garden hose could be good as well. And for engine bay cleaning, you don't really need a pressure washer. A garden hose other than the foam cannon will do the job. Because you're not relying on water pressure to clean this, you're relying on the chemicals. Now we'll just rinse the soap off the outside of the car.
So if you don't have the Keeve nozzle, you may not even have a pressure washer.
No.
Here's my takeaway is that a garden hose seems like the safest way to really rinse down an engine bay. The only caveat is I may not have a foam cannon if I don't have a pressure washer. So
Right.
how could I do this without a foam cannon and the Incredible Suds foam bath? But I've got the garden hose and it's safe and I've got all clean.
So they make foamers that go on a garden hose. They're not exactly the best in terms of producing foam, but they will get the job done. The important and the start of all of this is using definitely our friend All Clean. That is the heavy lifter here. Now, how do we protect an engine bay? There's a lot of different methods to protecting this. One of them, my preferred, is using quick beads, because it's not leaving anything greasy behind. Back in the day, 70s, 80s, we would use Armor All everywhere. It would be a glossy, slick mess that would attract dust like crazy, so you'd have to wash it again next week. But we're past those days, thankfully. Now, you can actually use our tire dressing in here as well. And if you're trying to sell the car, go for the tire dressing. People expect it when you open it, has a bit of gloss, has a bit of sheen to it.
Yeah, when you look at used cars and
Yeah.
you see the photos of the engine bays, that's kind of par for the course, is those really rich, dark sheen covers. Quick beads is going to be a little more subtle, but still offer some punch, and it'll leave it protected and easier to clean, right?
Yeah, quick beads is definitely my favorite here because it makes it easier to clean the next time. Now, before putting our friend quick beads on here, anywhere there's standing water, and standing water accumulates in all these little areas around here, just quickly blow the excess water out of there, Nick.
And why do we do that?
Because we want the quick beads to actually touch the surface, not the puddle of water that's in there.
This thing's pretty nice, Ivan. It's very lightweight.
Yeah, it's a fun little blower. Now, the whole goal here was not to dry the engine bay. The whole goal was to remove the standing water in these little cavities. Next, quick beads, and I'm applying it in a Nick fashion today.
100% approved.
Yeah. And same deal. I'm going from all sides.
I thought more is not always better, Ivan.
It isn't, but we have a lot of little cavities and areas, so we need to get it in there. Now, that's one way of doing it. Another way is this way. First of all, let me rinse this off. This is going to be so much easier to dry instead of all that standing water. But we want to get quick beads all in these intricate areas. The easy way of doing that is spray it into the jet. You can see the sudsing that was happening. That sudsing is showing us where the quick beads is going.
Could you do this with the garden hose instead of the pressure washer?
Yeah, this you could. But I want to use the least amount of water possible.
It's funny, you think that the garden hose is less water, less pressure, less money, you don't have to invest in it. Garden hose uses so much more water. When we use a garden hose in the shop, water pools everywhere, the humidity fills the air. So there's an efficiency to a pressure washer.
Right, now let me rinse this off one last time, Nick. And I'll switch back to the Keeve nozzle. Basically rinsing off any excess quick beads from the surface. And now we're ready to dry.
Yeah, we're seeing nice water behavior on the engine cover.
Yeah.
Some nice water beads. It's not as if it was just ceramic coated by hydrate.
No.
But I noticed when this was flat before, there's now activity. So let's be realistic with what is quick bead supposed to look like on an engine bay?
This is it.
Yeah.
So basically what we've done is made it so the next time it gets wet, the dirt is not going to stick. It's going to be much easier to clean the next time. I saw how quickly this cover dried compared to the last time I tried to dry it.
Right, and I could tell that I could spend another 20 minutes with the leaf blower here. It's sort of like diminishing returns, right? When you stop, we could dry now with some NV ceramic sealant. We could put some tire lotion on there.
Right.
We could just slam the engine, the hood shut and be done. Like, where do we go from here?
We're done basically, but if you want to see what the tire dressing looks like, pass me the tire dressing. Like when we put tire dressing on a tire, we can have excess and it's going to level itself out. We'll close this hood.
So you're not worried about it kind of drying like this?
No.
The Ivan tire shine method. You're always teaching me something, Ivan. Now, Ivan wants to leave it like that, but this is Nick at night, and this is Nick's favorite glass towel. I'm just gonna knock this down. I don't know if I trust it, Ivan. I prefer just a couple of passes with my towel, because to me, at least this looks pristine. You're telling me this is gonna knock down and just look great.
Yeah, this is all gonna even out.
I think it looks great as is, Ivan.
Nothing wrong with that, but it's actually a waste of your time.
Look how good this looks.
Right, it looks good. Had we close the hood and come back later, it'll look this good as well. We'll see it on all the other parts that you have in towel dry.
Okay, let's do it.
Very good.
All right, y'all. I'm still a little terrified of engine bays, but I think we learned a few things. All clean is the bedrock. Use a hose versus a lot of PSI with your pressure washer right up into here if you're concerned about safety. Ivan says if it's not from the 80s or before, there's no aftermarket parts, it's a green light. I hope you found a little bit of comfort in this and you learned something like I did. I really like the tire dressing method and then knocking it down. I mean, look at this engine cover. Can we get a close up? That looks really good. And the rest of this, Ivan says, is going to dry down nicely. We just need patience, right? Patience is something that detailers don't always have. I probably would knock it all down with the tire dressing. But the quick speed tire dressing combo looks great. The engine still starts. If you want to save 10% on all the products you saw in this video, use promo code NICKATNIGHT. That's one word, NICKATNIGHT. Save 10%, get amazing products, have a clean engine, and subscribe to the House of Rags YouTube channel. Thanks, guys.